Have you ever wished you could make your dreams come true just by thinking about them? Well, what if I told you that you might actually have that power? This isn't about waving a magic wand or finding a genie in a bottle. It's about something called manifestation. Now, manifestation isn't just some made-up idea or a trick. It's a real way to change your life. And it works because it changes how you think about yourself and the world around you. Think about it like this. Your thoughts are like seeds. When you plant a seed in good soil and take care of it, it grows into a beautiful plant. In the same way, when you plant positive thoughts in your mind and nurture them, they can grow into real changes in your life. That's what manifestation is all about. It's like gardening, but for your mind and your life. But here's the thing. Manifestation isn't just about thinking happy thoughts and waiting for good things to happen. It's about really believing in yourself and in the possibility of change. It's about seeing yourself and your life in a new way and then acting on that new vision. When you do this, you start to notice opportunities you might have missed before. You start to feel more confident and capable, and bit by bit, your life starts to change. Now, you might be wondering, why should I bother with all this manifestation stuff? Isn't it easier to just keep doing things the way I always have? Well, here's why it matters. If you don't learn to believe in manifestation, you might keep feeling stuck and unhappy. You might always be wondering why good things seem to happen to other people, but not to you. Think about it like this. Have you ever felt like you're running on a hamster wheel? You're working hard, but you're not really getting anywhere? That's what can happen when we don't believe we can change our lives. We keep doing the same things over and over, expecting different results, but nothing changes because we haven't changed how we think about ourselves and our lives. When you don't believe in manifestation, it's like you're telling the universe, "No thanks, I don't want any good stuff." You might not say it out loud, but your thoughts and actions are sending that message. And guess what? The universe listens. If you keep thinking you can't succeed or that good things don't happen to you, then that's exactly what you'll see in your life. But here's the good news. It doesn't have to be that way. When you start to believe in manifestation, you're opening yourself up to new possibilities. You're telling the universe, yes, I'm ready for good things. And when you do that, you start to see opportunities where you didn't see them before. You start to feel more hopeful and excited about your future. And that excitement and hope can lead to real changes in your life. Okay, so we've talked about why manifestation is important. But you might still be wondering, what exactly is manifestation? Let's break it down in simple terms. Manifestation is like placing an order with the universe for what you want in your life. Imagine the universe is like a big cosmic restaurant, and you're sitting down to order your meal. But instead of ordering food, you're ordering experiences, opportunities, and changes in your life. Now, just like in a real restaurant, you need to be clear about what you want. You can't just say, "I'll have some food." You need to be specific. In the same way, when you're manifesting, you need to be clear about what you want in your life. Do you want a new job, a loving relationship, better health? The clearer you are about what you want, the easier it is for the universe to serve it to you. But here's the important part. Manifestation isn't just about asking for what you want. It's also about believing you can have it. Think about it like this. If you went to a restaurant and ordered a delicious meal, but then kept telling the waiter, "I don't really think I'll get my food," or "I'm not sure I deserve this meal," do you think you'd end up enjoying your dinner? Probably not. You might even end up leaving the restaurant hungry. Manifestation works the same way. When you ask for something, you need to believe it's possible for you to have it. You need to feel like you deserve it, and you need to be open to receiving it when it comes. Now, this doesn't mean that everything you want will magically appear the moment you think about it. Just like it takes time for a chef to prepare your meal in a restaurant, it takes time for the universe to prepare what you've asked for. And sometimes what you get might look a little different from what you expected, just like a chef might add a surprise garnish to your dish. But if you stay open and positive, you'll often find that what you receive is even better than what you initially asked for. Manifestation is also about taking action. If you order a meal in a restaurant, you still need to pick up your fork and eat it, right? In the same way, when you're manifesting something in your life, you need to take steps towards it. If you're manifesting a new job, for example, you still need to update your resume and apply for positions. The universe can bring you opportunities, but you need to be ready to grab them when they appear. Another important aspect of manifestation is gratitude. When you're grateful for what you already have, you're sending a message to the universe that you're ready and open to receive more good things. It's like tipping your waiter well. It creates good feelings and often leads to even better service in the future. Manifestation isn't about controlling every aspect of your life. It's about setting your intentions, believing in possibilities, and then allowing the universe to work its magic. Sometimes, the way things manifest might surprise you. You might ask for financial abundance, and instead of winning the lottery, you get a great job offer or an unexpected business opportunity. The key is to stay open and trust the process. It's also important to understand that manifestation isn't about ignoring reality or pretending that everything is perfect when it's not. It's about acknowledging your current situation, but also believing that it can change. It's about focusing on solutions rather than problems, and on possibilities rather than limitations. One common misconception about manifestation is that it's all about material things, like manifesting a new car or a big house. While you certainly can use manifestation for these things, it's also powerful for manifesting experiences, emotions, and personal growth. You can manifest things like inner peace, confidence, loving relationships, or a sense of purpose. Remember, manifestation is a skill, and like any skill, it takes practice. You wouldn't expect to sit down at a piano for the first time and play a perfect concerto, right? In the same way, don't expect your first attempts at manifestation to immediately result in huge life changes. Start small, be patient with yourself, and keep practicing. As you begin to understand and practice manifestation, you might notice that you become more aware of your thoughts and feelings. This is a good thing. Manifestation encourages us to be more mindful, to pay attention to the kinds of thoughts we're feeding our minds. Are we constantly thinking negative, limiting thoughts? Or are we choosing to focus on positive possibilities? It's also worth noting that manifestation isn't about never having negative thoughts or feelings. We're human, and it's natural to have ups and downs. The key is not to let those negative thoughts and feelings dominate. When you notice them, acknowledge them, but then try to shift your focus back to what you want to manifest. Manifestation can be especially powerful when combined with visualization. This means really imagining what it would feel like to have what you're manifesting. If you're manifesting a loving relationship, for example, Imagine how it would feel to be with someone who truly cares for you. What would you do together? How would you feel? The more real you can make it in your mind, the more powerful your manifestation becomes. One of the beautiful things about manifestation is that it encourages us to dream big. Too often, we limit ourselves based on what we think is realistic or possible. But when you start to believe in manifestation, you give yourself permission to imagine a life that's truly amazing. And here's the secret. Often, life can be even more wonderful than we dare to imagine. As you practice manifestation, you might find that it changes more than just your external circumstances. It can change you. You might become more positive, more confident, more open to new experiences. You might find yourself worrying less and enjoying life more. These internal changes are just as valuable as any external changes that manifestation brings about. Remember, manifestation isn't about being perfect. It's not about never having doubts or fears. It's about choosing to focus on what you want rather than what you don't want. It's about believing in possibilities, even when things seem tough. And most of all, it's about recognizing the incredible power of your own mind to shape your reality. So, are you ready to start your manifestation journey? Are you ready to place your order with the universe? Remember, you have nothing to lose by trying, and potentially a whole new world to gain. The power is in your hands, or more accurately, in your mind. Why not give it a try and see what amazing things you can manifest in your life? The mirror principle. Have you ever looked in a mirror and noticed how it shows you exactly what's in front of it? Well, the world around us works in a similar way. This is what we call the mirror principle. It's a powerful idea that says the world we see is like a big mirror, showing us what we believe about ourselves and life. Think about it this way. If you wake up feeling grumpy and thinking everyone's out to get you, you might notice more rude people or annoying situations throughout your day. But if you wake up feeling happy and thinking the world is full of kind people, you're more likely to notice smiles and friendly gestures. The world hasn't changed. What's changed is how you're looking at it. This mirror doesn't just reflect our mood, though. It reflects our deeper beliefs about ourselves and the world. If you believe you're not good enough, you might find yourself in situations that seem to prove that belief. Maybe you don't get the job you wanted, or someone doesn't return your call. The mirror is showing you what you believe about yourself. But here's the exciting part. If the world is a mirror, that means we have the power to change what it shows us. By changing our beliefs and thoughts, we can change what we see reflected back at us. This is where manifestation comes in. When we start to believe in good things for ourselves, when we start to see ourselves as worthy and capable, the mirror of the world starts to show us more positive reflections. This doesn't mean that everything will always be perfect. Life has its ups and downs for everyone, but when we understand the mirror principle, we can start to see these ups and downs differently. We can see them as reflections of our thoughts and beliefs, rather than random events happening to us. The mirror principle also teaches us to be more aware of our thoughts and beliefs. It encourages us to ask ourselves, what am I believing about myself and the world right now? Is this belief helping me or holding me back? By becoming more aware of our inner world, we can start to shape our outer world more consciously. Remember, the mirror doesn't judge. It doesn't decide whether to show you good things or bad things. It simply reflects what's put in front of it. In the same way, the world around us isn't out to get us or to reward us. It's simply reflecting back what we put out there through our thoughts, beliefs, and actions. Now that we understand how the world mirrors our inner thoughts and beliefs, let's talk about how to change that inner world. This is where the real magic of manifestation happens. It's not about changing the world outside. It's about changing the world inside you. First, let's talk about how to start seeing yourself differently. This might feel strange at first, like trying on new clothes that don't quite feel like you yet. But with time and practice, these new ways of thinking can become comfortable and natural. Start by paying attention to how you talk to yourself in your head. Are you constantly criticizing yourself? Do you focus on your flaws and mistakes? If so, it's time to change that inner dialogue. Try to speak to yourself the way you would speak to a good friend, with kindness, understanding, and encouragement. For example, instead of thinking, "I'm so stupid, I can't do anything right," try thinking, "I'm learning and growing every day. It's okay to make mistakes." Instead of, "I'll never be successful," try, "I have unique talents and skills that can lead me to success." This positive self-talk isn't about ignoring problems or pretending everything is perfect. It's about viewing yourself and your life with more compassion and optimism. It's about focusing on your potential rather than your limitations. Another powerful way to change your inner world is to create new beliefs about yourself and your life. These are like planting new seeds in your mind. For example, you might create beliefs like, "I am worthy of love and respect. I have the power to create positive change in my life. Opportunities for growth and success are all around me. I am capable of overcoming challenges and learning from them." Repeat these new beliefs to yourself regularly. Write them down. Say them out loud. The more you reinforce these positive beliefs, the more they'll start to feel true for you. Visualization is another powerful tool for changing your inner world. Spend some time each day imagining yourself living the life you want to manifest. See yourself succeeding, being happy, achieving your goals. Feel the emotions you would feel if these things were already true. The more real you can make it in your mind, the more you're training your brain to believe it's possible. Remember, changing your inner world takes time and practice. You've spent years thinking and believing certain things about yourself and the world. It won't change overnight. Be patient with yourself. Celebrate small shifts in your thinking. Every positive thought is a step in the right direction. When it comes to manifestation, patience and persistence are your best friends. Think about planting a garden. You don't put seeds in the ground and expect to see fully grown plants the next day, right? It takes time for seeds to sprout, grow, and bloom. Manifestation works the same way. Sometimes people get discouraged when they start practicing manifestation because they don't see immediate results. They might think, "I've been visualizing and saying affirmations for a week now. Why hasn't my life changed?" But remember, you're working on changing deep-rooted beliefs and patterns. This doesn't happen overnight. It's important to keep believing, even when things seem slow or when you don't see immediate changes. This is where persistence comes in. Keep practicing your positive self-talk. Keep visualizing your goals. Keep affirming your new beliefs. Even if you don't see big changes right away, trust that things are shifting beneath the surface. Think of it like this. Imagine you're steering a big ship. When you turn the wheel, the ship doesn't immediately change direction. It takes time for such a large vessel to respond. But if you keep the wheel turned, eventually the ship will move in a new direction. Your life is like that ship. Your thoughts and beliefs are the wheel. Keep them turned in the direction you want to go, and eventually your life will follow. During this process, it's normal to have doubts or moments of frustration. You might think, is this really working? Am I just fooling myself? When these thoughts come up, acknowledge them, but don't let them derail you. Remind yourself that change takes time and that you're committed to this process. It can be helpful to look for small signs that things are changing. Maybe you're feeling a bit more confident. Maybe you're noticing more positive things in your day. These small shifts are signs that your inner world is changing, which will eventually lead to bigger changes in your outer world. Patience also means being kind to yourself during this process. You might have days where you slip back into old thought patterns or where you feel discouraged. That's okay. It's part of the process. Instead of beating yourself up about it, simply acknowledge it and gently guide yourself back to your new, more positive way of thinking. Remember, manifestation isn't about forcing change or controlling every aspect of your life. It's about aligning yourself with the life you want and allowing it to unfold. Sometimes things might not happen exactly as you imagined, or they might happen in unexpected ways. Stay open to possibilities and trust the process. Persistence doesn't mean obsessing over your goals or constantly worrying about whether manifestation is working. In fact, that kind of anxious energy can actually block manifestation. Instead, persistence means consistently choosing positive thoughts, maintaining your new beliefs, and taking aligned actions, all while trusting that things are working out for you. Think of manifestation like tending a garden. You plant the seeds, your thoughts and beliefs. You water them regularly with positive affirmations and visualizations. You make sure they get sunlight by taking positive actions, and then you trust that they will grow. You don't dig up the seeds every day to check if they're growing. You trust the process and keep tending your garden. As you practice patience and persistence, you'll likely find that your ability to manifest improves over time. You'll get better at maintaining positive thoughts, you'll believe in yourself more deeply, and you'll become more attuned to opportunities around you. It's a skill that grows stronger with practice. Remember, every moment is a new opportunity to align yourself with what you want to manifest. Even if you've had a bad day or a setback, you can always choose to reset your thoughts and start fresh. This persistent commitment to positive thinking and belief is what will ultimately lead to the changes you want to see in your life. Patience and persistence in manifestation also involve trusting your own timing. Sometimes we might think we know exactly when we want something to happen, but the universe might have a different timeline, one that's ultimately better for us. Being patient means trusting that things will unfold at the right time, even if it's not on the schedule we initially had in mind. Lastly, remember that the journey of manifestation is just as important as the destination. As you practice patience and persistence, you're not just working towards your goals, you're also growing as a person. You're developing stronger self-belief, more positive thought patterns, and a greater sense of personal power. These are valuable changes in themselves, regardless of what you're manifesting. So, keep believing, keep practicing, and keep moving forward. Your persistence will pay off, and your patience will be rewarded. The life you're dreaming of is on its way to you. Trust in the process and enjoy the journey of becoming the person who can receive all the good things you're manifesting. When it comes to manifestation, one of the most powerful things you can do is to focus on the good things in your life. This might sound simple, but it's actually a game changer. Why? Because what you focus on grows. When you pay attention to the positive aspects of your life, you're telling the universe, hey, I like this. I want more of this. Think about it like this. Imagine you have a friend who only ever talks about what's wrong in their life. Every time you see them, they complain about their job, their relationships, their health. How does it feel to be around that person? Now imagine another friend who always finds something good to talk about, even when things are tough. They appreciate the small joys in life and express gratitude for what they have. Which friend would you rather spend time with? The universe is kind of like that. When you're constantly focusing on what's wrong or what's missing in your life, you're sending out a negative vibe. But when you focus on what's good, when you express gratitude for what you have, you're sending out a positive vibe. And guess what? The universe responds to that positive energy by bringing you more things to be grateful for. So how do you start focusing on the good stuff? Start small. Each day, try to notice 3 things you're grateful for. It could be as simple as a warm cup of coffee in the morning, a kind word from a friend, or a beautiful sunset. The more you practice this, the more natural it becomes. Another powerful practice is to keep a gratitude journal. Each night before bed, write down 3 to 5 things you're grateful for from that day. This helps train your brain to look for the positive things throughout your day. Over time, you'll find yourself naturally noticing more and more good things in your life. Remember, focusing on the good stuff doesn't mean ignoring problems or pretending everything is perfect. It's about choosing where to put your energy and attention. When challenges come up, acknowledge them, but then try to find something positive in the situation. Maybe it's a lesson you can learn or a way you can grow stronger. As you practice focusing on the good stuff, you might notice that your overall mood improves. You might feel more optimistic and hopeful. This positive energy not only makes you feel better, but it also makes you more open to the good things life has to offer. It's like you're tuning your internal radio to the frequency of positivity and abundance. Now, let's talk about the manifestation cycle. This is a simple step-by-step process that can help you bring your desires into reality. Understanding this cycle can make manifestation feel more tangible and achievable. The first step in the manifestation cycle is to imagine what you want. This is where you get clear about your desires. What do you want to create in your life? What experiences do you want to have? What kind of person do you want to become? Take some time to really think about this. The clearer you can be, the better. Once you have a clear image of what you want, the next step is to believe it's possible. This is where many people get stuck. They can imagine what they want, but they don't truly believe they can have it. Remember, belief is crucial in manifestation. If you don't believe it's possible, you're sending mixed signals to the universe. To strengthen your belief, try to find evidence that what you want is possible. Look for examples of people who have achieved similar things. Remind yourself of past successes you've had. Use affirmations to reinforce your belief. For example, if you're manifesting a successful business, you might say, "I am capable of creating a thriving business that serves others and brings me joy." The third step in the manifestation cycle is to look for signs that it's happening. This is where you stay open and aware. The universe often sends us little clues or opportunities related to what we're trying to manifest. These might come in the form of a chance meeting, an unexpected opportunity, or even a book or article that catches your eye. When you notice these signs, get excited about them. This excitement and recognition tells the universe, "Yes, this is what I want. Keep it coming." Even if the signs seem small, celebrate them. This positive reinforcement keeps the manifestation cycle going. It's important to remember that the manifestation cycle isn't a one-time thing. It's an ongoing process. You might go through this cycle many times for a single desire. Each time you do, you're reinforcing your intention and strengthening your alignment with what you want to manifest. Also, don't forget that action is an important part of this cycle. While manifestation involves a lot of mental and emotional work, it also requires you to take inspired action when opportunities present themselves. If you're manifesting a new job, for example, and you see a perfect job listing, don't just sit back and wait for it to magically appear in your lap. Apply for it. The universe can bring you opportunities, but you need to take the steps to seize them. Let me share a personal story about how manifestation worked in my life. A few years ago, I was feeling stuck in my career. I had a decent job, but I didn't feel fulfilled. I knew I wanted something more, but I wasn't sure what. I decided to try using the manifestation techniques we've been talking about. I started by getting clear about what I wanted. I imagined waking up excited to go to work, feeling like I was making a difference, and having the freedom to be creative. I didn't know exactly what job would give me these things, but I focused on how I wanted to feel. Then, I worked on believing it was possible. This was tough at first. I had a lot of doubts and fears. But I started using affirmations like, "I am worthy of a fulfilling career, and the perfect opportunity is coming to me." I also started looking for examples of people who had made successful career changes, which helped me believe it was possible for me too. I kept a gratitude journal, focusing on the good things in my current job and life. This helped me stay positive and open. I also made a vision board with images that represented the feeling I wanted in my career. For a while, nothing seemed to change, but I kept at it, trusting the process. Then, small things started happening. I met someone at a party who told me about a career coach they knew. I came across an article about a field I'd never considered before, but which sounded interesting. These little signs encouraged me to keep going. I took inspired action. I met with the career coach. I researched the new field I'd learned about. And then one day, a friend told me about a job opening that sounded perfect. It was in a field I'd never considered before, but it aligned perfectly with what I'd been visualizing: creative, fulfilling, making a difference. I applied for the job, went through the interview process, and got it. Now, I wake up excited for work, just like I had imagined. The job isn't exactly what I had pictured when I started manifesting, but it gives me all the feelings I had focused on. This experience taught me that manifestation really works, but not always in the way we expect. It also showed me the importance of staying open, taking action, and trusting the process even when things seem slow. As we wrap up our journey into the world of manifestation, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've learned. We've explored the power of our thoughts and beliefs to shape our reality. We've learned about the mirror principle, which shows us how the world reflects our inner state. We've discussed the importance of changing our inner world, focusing on the good stuff, and practicing patience and persistence. Remember, manifestation isn't about magically getting everything you want without effort. It's about aligning your thoughts, beliefs, and actions with your desires. It's about becoming the person who can receive and achieve the things you want in life. As you go forward on your manifestation journey, be kind to yourself. This is a process, and like any skill, it takes practice. There will be ups and downs, moments of doubt, and moments of triumph. Embrace them all as part of the journey. Keep in mind that manifestation is not just about material things. It's about creating a life that feels fulfilling and joyful to you. It's about growing as a person and aligning with your true self. So, are you ready to start manifesting? Remember, the power is within you. Your thoughts, your beliefs, your focus, these are the tools you have to create the life you desire. Trust in yourself, trust in the process, and watch as your world begins to transform. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of manifestation. I hope you feel inspired and empowered to start creating the life of your dreams. Remember, every moment is a new opportunity to align with your desires. So why not start right now? What do you want to manifest in your life?